Barents Sea, September 16, 2025. In a stark display of naval prowess, amid escalating geopolitical tensions, Russia's Northern Fleet conducted a high-stakes military exercise in the frigid waters of the Barents Sea today, where the advanced nuclear-powered submarine Arkhangelsk simulated devastating Kaliber cruise missile strikes on mock NATO targets. The maneuver, part of the ongoing Zapad 2025 joint drills with Belarus, underscores Moscow's aggressive posturing in the Arctic, a region increasingly viewed as a flashpoint for great power rivalry. The Arkhangelsk, a cutting-edge Yasin M-class, Project 885M multi-purpose attack submarine, emerged from beneath the ice-choked surface to unleash a barrage of simulated Kaliber PL missiles during the exercise. According to Russia's defense ministry, the strikes targeted simulated enemy installations representing NATO's forward bases in Norway and Finland, nations that have bolstered their Arctic defenses since Helsinki's NATO accession in 2023. The mock targets, erected at the remote Chizha test range in the Arkhangelsk region, included replicas of radar stations, command centers, and airfields, with the missiles covering distances exceeding 600 kilometers in under an hour. Eyewitness accounts from accompanying Northern Fleet vessels describe the scene as a symphony of precision destruction. The Arkhangelsk, commissioned just months ago in December 2024 after rigorous sea trials, fired from a submerged position, evading hypothetical anti-submarine warfare (ASW) nets deployed by NATO surveillance aircraft. "This is not just a test, it's a message," said Admiral Nikolai Yevmenov, commander of the Northern Fleet, in a briefing from the fleet's Zapadnaya Litsa base, a fortified outpost just 60 kilometers from the Norwegian border. "The Arctic is Russia's backyard, and our submarines ensure no intruder crosses it unchallenged." The Yasin M class represents the pinnacle of Russian submarine engineering, blending stealth, speed, and lethality. Displacing 13 800-tons submerged, the Arkhangelsk measures 120 meters in length and is powered by a compact KPM-6 pressurized water reactor, enabling it to reach speeds of 35 knots underwater while remaining nearly silent, comparable to the ambient noise of ocean currents. Armed with 32 vertical launch system (VLS) tubes and 4 533mm torpedo tubes, it carries a mix of Kaliber cruise missiles, Onyx supersonic anti-ship missiles, and potentially the hypersonic Zircon 3M22 Zircon, which can strike at Mach 9. Its spherical bow sonar and advanced electronic warfare suite allow it to detect threats at 50 kilometers, outpacing many NATO counterparts. At the heart of today's demonstration were the Kaliber missiles, NATO designation SSN-27 Sizzler/SSN-30A, a versatile family of cruise weapons developed by NPO Novator. The submarine-launched variant, 3M14K Kaliber Bash PL, is a land attack cruise missile, LACM, with a range of 1,500 to 2,500 kilometers, depending on payload. Weighing 1,800 kilograms, it features a turbofan engine for subsonic terminal flight, Mach 0.8, a low-altitude sea-skimming profile to evade radar, and inertial GPS DSM navigation for pinpoint accuracy within 3 meters of the target. The warhead, a 450 kilograms high-explosive fragmentation type, can devastate hardened bunkers or soft-skinned assets like aircraft on tarmacs. First combat tested in Syria in 2015, Kalibers have since become a staple in Russia's Ukraine operations, with over 100 launches reported by mid-2025. Exercise arrives at a tense juncture. Zapad 2025, launched on September 13th, involves 20,000 troops, two 22M3 strategic bombers, Su-34 fighter bombers, and Zircon hypersonic tests, also in the Barents Sea, drawing sharp rebukes from NATO. These provocative drills simulate attacks on alliance territory, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte stated from Brussels, referencing recent Russian drone incursions over Poland. US and Norwegian P-8 Poseidon aircraft shadowed the exercise from international airspace, while Finland scrambled F-35 jets to monitor the Kola Peninsula. Observers from China, Turkey, and even NATO members Hungary and Turkey attended, highlighting the drill's diplomatic tightrope. The Arctic's melting ice has amplified the stakes. Russia claims 53% of the region's 17 million square kilometers, rich in untapped oil, gas and rare earth minerals worth trillions. Moscow has reopened 19 Soviet-era bases since 2014, including Nagorskoye on Franz Josef Land, now a hub for MiG-31 interceptors and S-400 systems. The Northern Fleet, based at Severomorsk, fields 40 submarines, including 10 SSGNs, nuclear-powered guided missile subs, retrofitted for calibers. Analysts warn that Yasin M boats like Arkhangelsk could transit the GI-UK gap, Greenland-Iceland UK, undetected, positioning for strikes on US East Coast targets. Western responses are ramping up. In August 2025, NATO's Dynamic Mongoose ASW drill in the Norwegian Sea hunted a Yasin-class sub threatening the USS Gerald R. Ford carrier group, deploying unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, and sonobuoys for the first time in a live scenario. The UK's Project Cabot, unveiled in 2025, aims to field autonomous drone swarms for persistent Arctic surveillance. Russia's subs are quieter than ever, but so are our hunters, quipped a U.S. Navy official. Critics in Moscow decry NATO's encirclement, pointing to new U.S. bases in Greenland and Norway's doubled defense spending. President Vladimir Putin, addressing the nation via video from the Kremlin, praised the Arkhangelsk's crew. Our steel shield guards the north. Let adversaries remember. Provocation meets precision. As the sun dipped below the midnight horizon, the Barents Sea returned to uneasy calm. Yet the ripples from today's flex endure, a reminder that beneath the ice, the Cold War's ghosts stir anew. With Zapad 2025 set to conclude September 20th, all eyes remain on the Arctic, where submarines whisper threats louder than any bomb.